What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the She Said No podcast for our first ever live unboxing. Yeah, so this was quite the production to try to get live. We were not sure of all the rules and procedures, but here we are. So Pancake is already wilding out, but we got my beautiful co-host Gigi here with me. Gigi, say hi.
Hi.
Gigi was not enthused about going live. She was like, this is something that you never should ask me to do again. But we're out here. So
But can I say why really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Speak your truth.
I woke up, I had a final last night, woke up an easy Saturday morning, trying to ease into the day, playing my Nintendo Switch, watching some random show, and then Marco was like, "Hey, are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was wearing this, and my hair was down, and he was like, "Can you do something a little with your hair?" And I was like, "Excuse me? No." He was like, "It looks like you just woke up." Yeah, I just woke up.
Yeah.
This producer is a real diva, and I'm already not liking this.
So, yeah, just a little background on why we're going live now, why we're choosing to. I'll be on Pose Wars tonight for Collecting Weekly, and I figured, I got to test my 2-cam setup. We've had this Venom here that I got earlier this week that I've been really excited to unbox. And yeah, it felt like just the perfect time. Gigi was not a fan of me getting this Venom. She was like, this is one that looks like trash. It looks like a toy as opposed to an Equan is asking. All right, so hold on. Let me figure out how do I do these. All right. Oh, there you go. So Equan is asking, oh, so Pancake is a pet. I literally thought you guys were talking about breakfast pancakes. I'm sure you're not alone in that. Oh, man. So we got Cuervo here. Cuervo, what's going on, man? Excited to square off against you in Pose Wars when we get there. Obviously not this evening, but...
You won't make it. You won't make it.
Cuervo says, Gigi already looks unimpressed. She is. She is not excited about any of this, but, here we are. All right, we also got Mark in here. Mark, thank you for joining in. A little embarrassed he wasn't subscribed. No, not at all.
Wow,
really appreciate any.
Him on the spot.
No, he put it in the chat.
This is toxic already.
All right, we're already toxic. No, appreciate you guys tuning in. And yeah, this is a fun little experiment. So we got a bootleg setup. I've got the Venom cam. So let me figure out how I go. Let's go maybe side to side here. Boom, like that. No, that's not the one that we want. We want Venom to be largest.
Well, you figure that out.
Yeah, why don't you tell the people what's up?
I'm going to start. So I hate myself for saying that, and I feel like I'm enabling this behavior a little bit, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? But I was actually very impressed with just the box. It's very big. And
it is a big box. It is.
And when he took it out of this brown chipper box, he had it on the dining room table, because that's where it should go. And I walked out and I was like, oh damn! I was kind of blown away by the box. I'm not gonna lie.
Size impresses her very easily, I guess. Cuervo says, "Hey Gigi, my fellow Mexican."
Yes, buenas, buenas. I was like, I can't explain to Marco what that means because you either get it or you don't.
Cuervo says, best box ever. Mark says, it's called being supportive, not enabling. That's how I like to look at it.
Okay. Topic for another time.
Yeah, so this is one that she was not happy for me to get, but I think at least we got her past the box portion. She's impressed by that, so hopefully the figure will actually impress her. JMO, we got JMO in the chat saying,
hi, Justin.
Let me get that box though. All right, we'll talk about it. Maybe
for the right price.
Maybe I don't know, JMO. You've never hooked me up before, so my cousin JMO, he works at a bar that we go to often, and always hooks it up. And so I say, I never go anywhere without him being involved. And he and his girlfriend Ari are in the chat. That's awesome. Thanks, guys, for tuning in for this experiment. So. Oh, we got Alan as well. So saying, show me some titty, Marco. Well, that's for later. You're going to have to tune into Pose Wars to see some titty.
They have been growing it in very nicely.
They are. That pandemic weight has been. So, Gigi, what do you think? Should we get down to unboxing? Okay. So this is a bootleg setup. We'll probably have some technical issues here, but we're going to get through it. So I'm going to slide on over here to the Venom cam. And Gigi, why don't you keep the people entertained.
Okay, well, he didn't give me any tips. Also, let me
You're
explain
cool.
something about hair. Like, he was like, oh, just brush your hair. When you run a comb through your hair, it, like, frizzes. That's not a thing. I need you to understand that for next time you make this, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, Pancake's gonna freak out.
Yeah, Pancake already doesn't like this.
Oh, here, I'll show the box.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can bring the box
No,
over here.
that one. What's that? A sleeve?
Oh, yeah, this is the sleeve. There you
Okay,
go.
a lot of moving parts
I think
here.
that's a good setup that we
Gosh,
set
I
up.
can't see myself on the camera, so this is what it looks like. A few holes. This tongue is very impressive.
Cuervo is saying my display looks a little empty, and he's thinking I might need a few more hot tours. I agree. I think.
So fun fact about that, I think I was like jumping in here at some point like yesterday, and what are these called?
They're oh my
Whatever they're called.
Detolfs.
Yeah, they kind of shook a little bit, so you know.
Yeah,
I was like, fun fact to know.
Old houses, on
Pancake.
shaky foundation. you can get Pancake if you want.
Go ahead.
We'll do it
Go
live.
ahead.
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Oh, Equan's asking.
There's no room.
Where are all the
either,
statues
like,
gonna go?
Okay, I will say this: like the statues are very cool, but I feel like if you got into like all of this would have to go. Like one statue.
I agree. I will do a room tour eventually, but it is a very tight fit. We do have a back area. Half of it is Gigi's office, and half of it is like a workout space / my second office. But she has like forbade figures from going back there, so we'll see if we'll keep working on it. Let's see. Mark says that box is huge. Yeah, it is freaking massive. I don't know that I expected it to be so freaking big, but when it came in, I was like, gosh, dang, this thing is impressive already.
That's what she said.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna move the box over here so we can see on this camera, and that's kind of the size. You want to hold it up to Pancake for comparison? Pancake, you want to come up?
Oh, I can't do both.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we'll put it back over here to the Venom cam, and we will start unboxing. Yeah, this thing is just freaking beautiful all around. Let's see. A little scissor action.
I'm gonna be honest. I still don't think it's gonna look good.
So you're still skeptical?
Yeah, the box is really cool, but I think that I don't know. It's just like it just feels like it's gonna peel off, and I think somebody had asked.
Oh, you're saying the figure's gonna peel?
Yeah,
Well, that's a
what it
known
looks
issue.
like.
Also,
Is
if everyone's not able to hear me, okay,
See?
I'm kind of away from the mic. Let me know in the chat. It is a known issue.
Oh, see?
Maybe pick a
Hi.
Pancake so she will stop crying.
She doesn't.
Pancake just wants to go play. She really runs our lives, you know? All right, let's see. I'm gonna wait for Gigi on this part here. But yeah, this whole Venom freaking box is crazy. I am really, really impressed. And so it does have, for a little sneak preview, you can open up the box and kind of get a little peek of the figure there, which I love. I always love when they incorporate that. Just looks fucking beautiful already.
You want me to hold it?
That's okay. I'm gonna try over here, and then I'll start handing you pieces.
All right.
We'll see. We'll do it on the fly here.
So the other thing that upset me about this was like Marco asked like, "Oh, do you like this one?" And I was like, "No, I don't like this one." That means don't get this one.
Yeah, but you don't dictate my collection though. I pay my tax.
That's true. But if I have to see them,
Hold the bottom here, and I'm gonna pull like.
I'd want to at least look at something that it's like
Something that
kind of
impresses you.
enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Maybe you'll be shocked by this one though. Oh fuck!
It's
Hold
very
on.
stuck.
Yeah, this one.
This does not look okay.
This one's a little fucking wild here. All right.
Just rip the box.
No, because I gotta get it to Justin afterwards. Are you kidding me?
Wait, there's something going on. Wait.
Yeah, there's definitely something. Oh yeah, maybe it's that piece. Yeah, undo that piece. Oh, there you go. Fucking slow.
Wow.
As Dean said, you are the dumbest
He
motherfucker.
is very dumb. So you had to open it this ways and then try to remove
So
it.
Venom cam. There's the.
Wow.
All right, you want to hand me that? Anything of note in that box?
There's some little heads in here.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can't.
Oh yeah,
I'm
those
not good
tendrils.
with the camera thing. Okay.
Those tendrils. Okay.
It's like little Medusas.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll unbox those later. I
And I feel like that's
tape's
kind
a
of
little sus. It's
Yeah.
almost like someone's already opened this. I don't know. Okay. So it does come with 2 trays here. Let's see. Let's get this top tray out. Let's get this bad boy out so we can get it in Gigi's hands as quickly as possible.
Let me give you guys a little bit insight for tonight's Pose Wars. I don't have high expectations for this.
I'm not good under pressure, and I'm not really a good poser already. So
the rules, my inside rules for when I watch, I will drink every time Marco. Every time he looks like he's gonna break out in a cold sweat, I'm gonna drink. So there's this thing that he does. Okay. Guess we.
What's the thing that I do?
The booty is
very double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
Wow, look at that!
Hell ass.
Wow.
Mark said, "Damn, Gigi, no confidence."
Very impressive. That ass. Wow.
All right, see, I knew. JMO says, "Bring me back to when your dad used to take us to Toys R Us. Wow. Haven't opened a toy in so long." JMO, we're trying to get you the first.
Okay.
Maybe this will. So Jason, thank you for joining.
Let me give you my.
Jason says, "Marco and Gigi, love you guys. Stay blessed and keep going with the great content. Keep the great content coming."
Can I give my first impression?
Yeah, please do. You're really the star.
Like the touch of this is, I don't like it. I can't get over this ass. The smell is awful. I can see why there's a peeling issue. Like like I feel it and I can feel air inside of there. That is awful. The patas look like Marco's feet. They do look like my feet. Actually what they look like. Yeah, I don't like this.
Okay, let's trade here. I'm gonna give you this head, and then you.
How is that normal?
Yeah, it's squishy because it's meant to be posed up, right? All right, why don't you try that head out? Okay. And while I, hold on, let me clear some room here.
What that tongue do though?
Let's get a little
it's
sense
fine.
of venom.
There's I see girls doing this all the time. Does that work?
All right, so let's see. Equan says, "Of course, Gigi goes straight for the booty. Color me surprised." Carol says, "Gigi likes that booty."
Yeah, it's very impressive. That's probably the most impressive thing about this thing.
JMO said, "Get your hands off his cheeks."
You gotta feel it.
Cuervo's got some tips here. Careful not to rotate the leg up before you pull them down. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I'm really scared of the peeling issue. Cuervo, did you have any peeling at all with yours? And then JMO said, "What that tongue do?"
That's what I said. The tongue is impressive.
Okay, so let's see this head. I'm gonna get this head off.
It moves. The tongue moves.
Yeah. He has interchangeable tongues, so he's got magnetic. So if you want to hold it up to the camera a little bit more.
I mean, it's the same tongue. It's just if you want a prickly one.
And then there's this.
I feel like I gotta do this so you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this way. Okay. Interested?
Mark says,
"This is
only thing Gigi likes is the cheeks." That's why she picked Marco. Great ass. Mark, you haven't seen my ass yet. I've seen yours on camera.
Negative.
But I have no ass whatsoever.
No, what was that show that I Hank Hill?
Yeah. She says I have a Hank Hill booty.
He does.
I'm thick in all the wrong places. Let's see. Carla says that's what's caused the peeling issue. Oh, okay, that's good to know on the legs.
I can't maneuver. Sorry, yeah. I'm not one of those.
Okay, I think Pancake wants to come back in, so you might need to have an intermission while I mess with these tongues over here. JMO asks, "Does the tongue vibrate?" I will find out. Why don't you come over and find out? Actually. Yeah, so this head is pretty freaking wild with the tongue. I think that's the way that I'm going to be displaying him. Like, I think the one... Here, let me put the other one. I think the one without the tongue out, that one kind of looks silly to me. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, so, like, that one, I don't know. It's cool, but... All right, what do you think about that one? And look at the detail here, like, on the side of the mouth. Damn.
Yeah, it looks fine.
JMO says, "So dope."
The eyes are like kind of
Mark said, yeah, I have no ass whatsoever. Yes, I saw Mark. You know what? But you're working with what you got, and that's where I am too. So let's try to put this head on this body.
Can I see the rest of the tongues?
Yeah. Oh, now she's interested in the tongues. We got her a little ways. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so it's magnetic, so the tongue comes out like that.
I feel like we need a blank background.
And there's the tongue.
Why would they put different tongues? Like,
because you don't know.
They all look the same.
You don't know which way you want it pointing. You know, like this one's pointing to the right. This one's pointing to the left. Sorry to keep your no ass comment up there for so long, Mark. And then there's one more tongue here, which is a little. So this one's basically straight ahead. Then you got one leaning to the left, just like mine, and you got.
I don't like it.
You don't like them whatsoever.
I don't like how it feels in my hand.
Okay, yeah. So I've heard.
I don't like that feeling.
This motherfucker's gonna drop, and we're really gonna be.
I don't like the smell. Its body anatomy is impressive. Those thighs are very muscular.
Cuervo says you gotta put them appendages on too. Mark Pearson with this. What does that face mean though? Because we use it like, I use it like. How do I use it?
I don't know.
Like in a weird way, not in the way that it's intended to be, because it's like the uneasy face, like, well, I don't know, right? Is how you're supposed to. Okay.
When I send a text that it's like the sweating emoji face,
right.
And then this is like my next one. If I already use the sweaty emoji, I'll use this. If I'm asking for a favor.
For me,
don't interrupt me.
I think I use it like a little Coke face. Not that I've ever done it, but it's
Excuse
like
me?
let's go, let's fucking go.
Wow. This is
so I've heard.
Saturday morning.
So I've heard. Oh my gosh. Looks like Gigi about to kiss Venom. So, oh man. Well, there's not that much else. There's a bass and stuff like that. I think stuff that's not too interesting. So maybe we can make this a short broadcast for our first. Oh, you want to see the bass now too? Okay, I'm gonna keep him up here. He's gonna fall.
That added probably like $30 to this. So.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. True. Given the price, probably the $30.
How much was this? Let me guess.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Okay, guess how much.
Okay, obviously I would not pay this, but I'm gonna say, do they round numbers? Just give me that hint. Do they round numbers like 0 and 5, or do they like?
There is a 5 in it.
Oh,
that's the hint that I will give you. There is a 5 in it.
I'm gonna say $245.
Okay, so you're way off. It was $405.
Excuse me?
And that's before tax and shipping. I got it from a retailer that didn't charge any tax or shipping, but people are paying like $500 for this figure. I'm gonna put up one of these hands here. So there's these gripping hands. If you want to put that in your hand. This is why we don't talk about price on the pod, because she gets a little too hung up. Let's just appreciate the art for what it is. Let's see. Equan says there's an evolutionary reason why the tongue is curved with some people. If you know what I'm talking about. Oh my, okay.
I thought he was like legit.
Paul, thank you for tuning in. Paul says, looks rad. Glad to catch you guys live. Yeah, first time going live. Were you smelling it? Or what were you doing with the claw?
It's like a... Okay, tell me the price again. I kind of passed out. $450?
No, $405.
Oh.
So again, before tax, before shipping, but I didn't pay any of those. So it's like I got a discount code. Really. Let's see. Cuervo says, love to see the live reactions. You guys need to do more live stuff. It was a chore. And
my heart is like going on right now. Wow. No, I would not pay that.
Let's move past the price here. So Equan says, oh my God, don't tell Gigi the price. My wife still thinks hot toys are $50. Gigi does think they're worth about $50. She's like, I'd pay maybe like $75.
$70 would be the most.
She's like, I'll go to Target and buy this for you for $75. Let's see. Andre, LOL, revealing the price. Big mistake. Gigi, I should have you read these because reading is not my, English is her second language, but she's still a better.
Big facts. Okay, how do you do this?
Yeah, so you go here. Yeah, so you just hit show.
All right.
Boom.
Mark said this is the only channel rating feel and smell to see it.
Or should we get into mouthfeel next, or?
Excuse me. Mark says, hey, Corvo. Aw. Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not tech savvy at all.
No, I think that was it.
Wow.
So he comes with some extra accessories that really gets us up to that
cool.
405.
Yeah.
So this bad boy, let me put it over here so we get the sense of the size and scale. So that goes on his arm.
That's dope.
And that's a little freaking blade. This is dangerous, actually. Pancake, what do you think of that one? Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
It looks like a tree.
Yeah. And so he has this other like tendril, which I've seen people holding another Spider-Man figure with, which I might want to do with the homemade suit, because that looked really, really sweet. A way to kind of get that interaction between two characters you want to trade and get. So now are you understanding the price? Like, it's totally worth it now, right?
Yeah.
Corvo says, "LOL, Equan on the prices." Yeah, big facts. We don't like to bring that negativity into our podcast, and that's why one of the reasons why we tried to stop last time when we had our friends Jay and Gold on.
But I feel like that plays into it. You know, if I'm rating these, I feel like the price has to be, because I mean, it doesn't matter. You already got it.
We're just purely talking about it from an art standpoint. Like, you go to see a movie, you don't talk about, well, was it worth me spending $14 to $18 on? You know what I mean? Just don't even go there. All right, there you go.
Understood. You mentioned the price that you had Gigi a weapon. Are you out of your mind?
That's why I haven't handed her this one yet.
We did say Marco is not the smartest man.
So this, we've established that I'm a dumb motherfucker, according to Dean specifically. So this one is almost like an arrowhead. Here, I'm gonna give this to you. I'm gonna keep my eye on you though, in the peripheral vision. Where
how would this attach?
He holds it. So like he holds that one. There is a new version. So let me give you some background on the controversy.
Please do.
People in the chat tell me if I get this wrong, and then I'll get to Mark's comment. So this figure sold out before it ever got to the United States. So people were freaking out, trying to get it. You know, probably I think spending extra money on eBay to secure one. Turns out they found an extra batch somewhere.
Wow.
And even on top of that,
who would have thought?
Yeah. So this one was supposed to come out I think at the end of this year. They pushed it up. Well, it turns out they also announced another version of this figure. And yeah, so people are feeling a little burned. That being said, hopefully, everyone stayed patient and just got it if they wanted it and waited for the other one if that's what they wanted to do. I'm really impressed by this, this particular weapon here. I don't know that will ever display him with this, but it's pretty freaking sweet and a little bit better than the pipe that the other one comes with, I'd say. All right, so Mark says, "I'm honest to a fault until I asked my wife my wife asked, how much was that?" Yeah, sometimes you just gotta not even go there, not even bring it up. I think as we established on the podcast, I do pay a tax, and so for every dollar a figure costs, I put that 1-to-1 match in our shared account. And so I have to disclose how much they are, but I think a lot of the time she doesn't even look at it. She just knows the money's in there, and we've got a record of that. Okay, so hold on. Let me skip this real quick. Equan said, "This thing is magically in stock now at Sideshow after selling out for months." Yeah, so that's what I was talking about before you left. Yeah, so people, I feel like that's a strategy, right? Like they want people to panic buy certain things. Cuervo said, "I'm so glad I didn't cancel my pre-order for this one." Yeah, this guy is beautiful. I really just love this tongue out pose. Like, this is out of control. Did you want to hold it again? Squeeze him?
No.
Slap those cheeks up?
I kind of over it. Do you really like it, though? Do you really like it?
I think it's beautiful. I think it is really gorgeous.
Gorgeous?
I think and it'll go well with my Mysterio and with my other Spider-Man. Cuervo says, "Right, Equan, crazy. I bet a lot of people canceled because of the new one." Yeah, I mean, that could be a good strategy. This is some insider secrets here. I do plan on getting that Carnage though. And so obviously that one comes with the head sculpt for this. Did we talk about that on the pod already?
That's a red one?
Yeah, the red one comes with the half Tom Hardy face for this guy.
If I didn't like this one, that red one is lower on the...
But he's bigger though. Anyways, you haven't seen the movie. You don't know. The movie was trash. It wouldn't change your mind. How's the parking permit coming, bro? We don't talk about it, Cuervo. You're toxic for even bringing that to the show, all right?
It's when it gets so bad that you don't even want to talk about it. You fucked up when you don't the other person doesn't even want to talk about it anymore. That's where we're at.
And I'm getting on it. I got some wheels in motion. I got some wheels in motion. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's a beautiful Saturday morning.
Okay, you want to read Andre's comment? Well, I hold this set up.
I take my comments back. You pay your taxes very Yeah, so I feel like that's the only way, but I do feel like I get tricked oftentimes because I don't look at it. I don't really, so the way our finances are set up.
See, the way my finances set up.
I have my own account, Marco has his own account, and then we have a joint account. But our main ones are our personal accounts, and then he's supposed to put it into our joint account.
Yeah.
And that kind of just goes to like vacations and other things.
So I have a spreadsheet of like all this, but I try to strategically do it so she doesn't sum up like the total cost of all of them. I got my own spreadsheet for that. So let's see, what did Cuervo say? He said, my wife also hated it. She said it was scary. Yeah, it's kind of a scary figure.
It's just not, I just don't like that like oily, like it's less plasticky than I anticipated, if that makes sense, but I still don't like it.
You want to talk about the base now?
Oh, yeah.
Or let me show the base.
I see why you wouldn't want to talk about it. It's trash.
Yeah, I mean they're just plastic bases. It's pretty cool though. Like it's got the Venom there. I like it. I don't normally utilize my bases when it comes to displaying my figures, but
I also feel like he's not very sturdy. Like I feel like he would just like topple over.
The ankles, you definitely got to be careful of that.
He's too top heavy.
You want to read Equan's comment?
That look of excitement on Gigi when Mark said he's getting carnage.
Exactly.
I just, you know what I mean? Like, at least some of them are cool, but like, I just, And also, like, we've talked about this before. Like, I would think that you'd be strategic in
which ones I get?
Just like the space.
Yeah.
Like, these are too big. Where are they going to go?
That's a good question. That's a problem for future me to worry about. You know, get the figures you want now. No, I've got some ideas of how to expand the display. This behind us is, I just barely put this together. So one more row of lights to install.
Oh, can I say something about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Marco is not handy, like at all. His dad is so handy. Like, you know what I mean? Good job, Rebecca. But this man is not handy at all. I think I already mentioned this maybe, but I'm very proud of you for building this. Because it just, it's not something, I think he would just like hire somebody to build it, you know?
Yeah, to build IKEA furniture is a little sus. But this definitely was a two-man job. You need to have a second person with all the glass. Cuervo says, oh yeah, my wife has a couple of them hot topic
Let's
issues.
Hear 'em.
Yeah, but please tell us what those are.
Actually, bring your wife on. She'll tell us.
We got to have you guys on the show. I think that would be a lot of fun. Mark said, you want to read this one? Too long for me.
Look how disappointment on her face when you said Carnage is a familiar look. I get life is better. I mean, do you guys really like those? I mean, I feel like sometimes you have to say that you like them because they're so expensive, right? So it's just like, oh my God, yeah, this is the best. But actually, it's not the best. So that's one of my questions. Like, do you really like after you see it in hand, was it worth it? Is my question.
Yeah.
Be honest. You have to be completely honest.
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were just saying in general. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say so. Like, I don't even necessarily think about the price anymore. Like, it plays into my decision, but like if it's something that I want, you got to understand though, I didn't necessarily love the Venom movie, but this figure like looks beautiful. Like I want that representation of Venom because I love the character in my display. Your dog is wilding. Why don't you go get her real quick? She is not happy. Andre says, so this Venom cost Marco $810 including partner tax. Yeah, that's one way to look at it for sure. So I guess one other thing that we'll talk about in the podcast, like what we do with that shared money, like it goes towards, you know, our property expenses, our investment property expenses, travels, any of those big shared expenses. So like it is costing me a lot. Obviously, like I better really freaking want this figure. But at the end of the day, like it's going towards, I think, a good cause. So I think we found a good balance for now. Equan says, don't worry about space. You'll make it. Get the figures first. Equan, exactly how I feel. Get the figures in hand first, because as I try to explain to Gigi, you always don't have the luxury of waiting to think about, oh, maybe I want this, maybe I'm not. I don't. Especially if you want the best deal on it.
But so. I feel like you do though, because they just released, you just said they just released a new Venom. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
They're not gonna stop making these. Like these companies are not gonna stop making these. Like
she lawyered me on that one. I got no response. But yeah, there's just certain ones that if you want them, you just get them, right? And I don't buy them necessarily
Put
for
it
the
in
resale
the
value.
bag.
Yeah, don't think about it. Treat yourself. All right, let's see. Cuervo says, I'd love that. Thanks for the offer. Okay, we'll make it happen, Cuervo. That'd be a lot of fun. We just love to get the different perspectives of like how other couples make the...
I don't think there is a different perspective. I think all of the perspectives of the significant others are the same. Like,
I don't think so. So our friends, Steven and Jody, who we'd also love to have on the podcast, she was actually the first one to get a hot toy. He ordered a Soka for her, who's obviously not come out yet. So there's just different ways and flows that couples have of doing things. Cuervo said, I told my wife about your podcast and she has a couple of the same thoughts as Gigi.
See?
Okay, all right. They might
Rest my
be
case.
toxicas together now. Maybe we don't want them to chat.
But do you like it? And like now that you have it in hand,
Do I like it $810 worth? When you look at it like that. Yeah, I do actually. I think he's freaking beautiful.
do your thing then. But the other thing was that when we first established the tax, I think the base price for a lot of them are like 200, like 250 or something. And so Marco was like, I said, did you already pay your tax for this one? He was like, yeah, I put 250. And this was for like a $500 one. I think it was, I don't know which one, but it was one of the more expensive ones. And he goes, yeah, I put 250. And I was like, hold on. No, we didn't say 250. We said you would put the same price. It's like a quid pro quo, And he was like, no. I was like, dude, we literally talked about it on the podcast. Like, I'm pretty sure I was like, let me bring it back.
That was before we had really dialed in how the tax was going to work. It was still a little bit fluid back then.
No, it wasn't.
I would say so.
I literally said you're going to pay the same amount.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
So Cuervo was talking about the other Venom. That one won't come out until 2023, right? So you could wait, but I don't know. We all could be dead by then. Like, treat yourself. Get what you want now. If it's in the budget, that's how I feel. And you try to find compromises.
Can we talk about how, or unless you want to say this for later, but...
Let me say this really quick. To Kathri with the a video show. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Finally, I know we've been hearing a lot of feedback. Like, we got to do some video every now and then. Some regrets, because we got in a pretty big fight before this. When I asked her, hey, we won't go there, but go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
You know what I mean? It's a Saturday morning. It's like you talk about like nostalgia all the time. It's like, he was like, you look like you just woke up. Yeah, of course. I literally just woke up. I was in my bed playing my Switch. Like, you take it or leave it,
Yeah, there you go. That's fair enough. Let's see. You want to read Cuervo's?
My wife and I just recently built a Lego set together for the first time, and she loved it. Good to see partners involved in our hobbies. I do have to agree with this. So I've never got involved with Legos, and I actually told Marco, like, I feel like that would be kind of fun. I don't know that either of us would know what to do, but I do agree. And so one of the reasons why we started this was actually kind of like a form of therapy, I would say, right? It's just like, I know it's important to be involved in like your partner's lives. And like with me in law school, I work full time. I'm in law school. I'm in like the military, like, National Guard. And so like that does take a lot of my time. And so I feel like this was like one of those ways that we can kind of come together and like spend time together. And like I can, you know what I mean? Absolutely.
No, I think that's important to find those shared interests, even though it isn't your interest, but you love shitting on my interests. So that's
my favorite. But also,
dovetails into...
but also this, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're just, this is for fun. So like, don't tell me how to do my hair. Like, don't tell me that I had a water stain on my sweater. And he was like, do you want to change your sweater? No, I don't want to change my sweater. Like, it's a water stain. Like, relax. You know what I mean? If it's anything, we always keep it 100. And
that's
so,
true. That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
It's true. Okay, Pancake. You want to go up?
No, just let her.
Okay. So
that's another thing. Just work through it.
Yeah.
This is your practice for
Pose Wars tonight.
So,
it's gonna be a disaster. I'm gonna end up with like a broken figure with hands everywhere.
Okay, so I didn't finish saying. So like if you're watching Pose Wars, of course, when they put the camera on Marco, or just look at Marco and like he does this thing when he's nervous. He just goes.
Yeah.
He like and like
I also
the
blink a
cartoons,
lot
just,
too.
like,
So.
Yeah, and then you do this like. So like every time he does that, I'm gonna be taking a drink.
So Andre's asking, do you sell some of your figures to replace funds? It's the only thing that has kept my partner from ending me. Also, do you pay a tax twice when you're using the money from a sale of figures? So that's a good point. I actually haven't sold any figures since we've implemented this tax. I've only sold 2 figures from my collection. One was Shuri, and the other was Director Krennic. And I try to only get figures that I like really love. Those 2, when I got them in hand, like I was certain that I would love them, and then I got them in hand, and it just like didn't fit my display like I thought. And so hopefully I don't regret moving on from any of those. But in that instance, like I just took that money and then it went towards something else. But again, that was kind of pre-tax before we had this figured out. So yeah, no, that's a good strategy though, to just like, hey, I'm gonna clear room because I'm running out of space. I might get there. Yeah, I might get there here soon. But yeah, also Hot Toys is a tough market right now. Like I feel like you don't sell the figures as much as you maybe like right now. There's so many of them out there. So
and let me ask something on that. So like, when you sell a figure, oh, well, I guess it wouldn't. But do you think about like the damage that it could that it can go through when you're shipping it? Or
for sure, that's why you get that's why you get insurance on the shipping though, to protect from those things. Gotcha. There are ways to protect yourself. Okay, Mark says Marco's nervous laugh is adorable. I do. There it was right there. Thank you, Mark. You're adorable. The Russian bots are in the chat. Thank you, Russian bots, for your comment. Let's see. Cuervo says, Gigi looks great. Thank you for that, Cuervo. He also says, you should build a Lego flower set. They look really nice and it won't die.
So the thing about me is I don't like flowers, but I will take sunflowers. It's just like dead vegetation to me. So that doesn't mean every once in a while don't get it for me. But I prefer desserts. So like instead of flowers on Valentine's Day, Marco gets like there's this cupcake place or like this bakery that we love, and so he'll get me those.
Should we build a Lego cupcake?
Ooh, now you're talking.
Something to think about. You want to read Andre's comment here?
It's great hearing partners talking about the hobbies together. Glad I found you guys. Yeah, I think it is really important. Like, I think so. Marco is a diva when it comes to like producing. Like when we, I'm just like whatever. Like this is just for fun.
I do blame Zach for it though, because he's like pushing me like, hey, you got to get your audio a little better. I have no idea how it sounds today, but
yeah. Right now, he's very upset that I'm not like standing straight. Yeah. Like when he makes me like review and like I turn around, I was like, you're going to get that hand fucking cut off. Like, do not do that. But he's like very demanding, and I was like, listen, this is just for fun. Please do not, because I will quit the show. Like I will walk out.
Let's see. Equan says, and Andre, thank you for tuning in. Oh dear, Marco is about to get baned so hard tonight like Batman's back. So
stay tuned.
I have been talking a lot of shit, and like basically from a place of insecurity, because I don't think I have any chance against really good posers. It is really fun to attack Fern because he's such a nice guy, and obviously like him winning, we were so excited. We're like, hell yeah, Fern! So I was like, I gotta talk shit to him. So I might be playing a bit of a character tonight, and we'll see if that gets me personally attacked with some bans.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, I'm gonna ban. But he doesn't know when. It could be the first round. It could be the second round.
Oh, gosh.
You never know. You just gotta...
I'm definitely going to be doing that.
And then he shakes his head. But yeah, it's going to happen. It's just going to... But see, like the hand thing, the hand thing. For this one, like if anybody posed with this one, like say they use that
with Venom, you're saying? Oh, that'd be tough.
And they would like take away the hands. That would be a good bane, actually.
Yeah. True. So yeah, I don't think anyone's posing with this. Maybe I think Manny and Cuervo both have it, but I don't know that anyone's brave enough to do that. Here, let me fix his head a little bit. Does anyone use white gloves when they handle their figures? I realized I just swept oil from my hands and then put it on that figure, which is probably a bad strategy. Cuervo said, oh my God, you sold some amazing pieces. That Krennic is amazing. So I really was looking forward to the Krennic. I like Rogue One. When I got him in hand, he was really beautiful, but he just didn't fit with any of the other figures that I had.
Is that the guy in the white clothes?
Yeah. And also some of my buddies, and this wasn't the deciding factor, but it's a funny anecdote. Like came over, they're like, okay, like Iron Man, dope. Mando, awesome. Who is this guy in white right here? I was like, that's the director Krennic. And it was reminding me of a 40-year-old virgin with, is that $6 million man's boss? Why do you have that? Hey, that's worth a lot of money. So
I didn't like that one. So
ultimately,
I'm glad he got rid of it.
Ultimately decided that he didn't fit with the display. Hopefully I don't regret that though, because I know he's a grail piece for a lot of people.
Is that one they wouldn't release often because, I don't know. I don't know why they would.
Well, he may show up so they've got Diego Luna's show, and I'm forgetting the character's name if someone would let me know. But he has his Cassian Andor has his own show, so Krennic may show up in that, and they might do a reissue. So that's how these things go. We get so much content. Tukathri, where are you on the statue front? Not making much progress. I think I'll do a collection tour of where I'm at right now, but I don't have a whole lot of room. And so I do like all the 90s X-Men statues, the smaller scale ones. And I could see those definitely fitting the collection eventually. That being said, nothing that's like that I've had to have just yet. I love the posability of figures, even though I'm not like a huge poser. So I think that's why they call to me a bit more. But there might be one statue, especially like a Batman statue, I might one of these days, or 90s X-Men that could get. Look at Gigi's like, no fucking way you're doing that.
So I think it was Corvo that said, like, what if they gift you a statue? You better have room. Like, this is legit. You better have room for Marco and that statue at your house.
Well, I'm coming to live with you. I'll pack a suitcase.
It's just like, no. It's just not going to happen. I feel like we will record the fight because it's like a pay-per-view type situation. Like, I will die on that. Unless you, like, get rid of everything. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be my... Okay. And I feel like that's compromise. Like... Look at me compromising.
Not ready to get rid of all of my hot toys just yet.
Compromise is important.
Paul says you sound good. Thank you for that, Paul. Wasn't sure. Let's see. Cuervo just said, you want to read this one? When they're too long, I panic. I'm like, okay, Gigi.
A sunflower set. Awesome. My wife also doesn't like flowers because of the maintenance. Yeah, and also get her baked goods. I mean, like, they sit pretty, but you know what I mean? I feel like your wife and I are gonna get along.
Yeah.
We're just simple girls.
That sounds like you guys are very similar. Okay, another Russian bot. Thank you, Russian bot. Thank you, Putin.
I did start trying to learn Russian. I got to the alphabet, but I'm not. It's just like a few hours. So
all right, Italian.
Give me a few months, and I'll get back.
When we went to Italy, she was doing a really good job of navigating. Obviously, the similarities between Spanish, but she got us around and got us hooked up maybe a few times too.
The main one was non parlo italiano. It means I don't speak Italian.
And I was over there like, that's my girl, I guess. Spaghetti. Andre says, I hate selling figures, but I have to rotate for space. Mm-hmm. I've had a few buyers mention issues to try to scam me and partially refunding, etc. But it's been good experiences overall. Yeah, the 2 times that I sold figures, really good experiences. I sold them... let's see, one was eBay. Actually, that one was like not the best experience. The guy gave me not great feedback because the shipping price was too high. I was like, bro, you see the shipping price before and I don't dictate that. But yeah, that's one thing that I am cautious of. And so I'd hope if I have to sell figures in the future, hopefully it's like within the community that I'd be able to do it. But glad to hear that you've had good experiences.
Can I ask a question on that?
Yeah.
So one of the things that one of the many conversations Mark and I have had. So Andre, I was like, why don't people just like you're already in this community, which I love. I think that's how I allowed it.
I'll allow it.
I really like the community. Like I feel like I know a lot of you already, and why wouldn't you like if you're shipping it? I guess, and that was kind of my question. Like it can get damaged in rotation or whatever, but I feel like a lot of people have some of their figures in storage because they don't have like access or they don't have the room to like display all of them. So if you had like a close group of friends, couldn't you just do like a toy exchange and then like person would like pay the shipping?
Oh, that's what you want to start, right? I think people do that, but it's I don't know, it's such an expensive hobby. But you're saying like keep them on rotation.
Yeah, that way you feel like you have a new toy.
It's tough though because people have different, households. Like obviously we have a dog. She's hypoallergenic, but some people smoke. There's just some people have humid environments. It's tough. It would be tough, but I like it. No,
I feel like the significant others would be, very much much appreciative of that. And then you get, you know what I mean? It's all about compromise.
I have friends where we share video games, so that makes a lot of sense.
I'm saying I'm making a lot of sense here.
Okay, so Cuervo's saying he might pose as Venom next time he's on Pose Wars. Ooh. All right. Oh, I'd love to see that. I'm not brave enough yet, but
that scares me. Cuervo... Just the way that it feels. It just So is the space between the inside body and the outside, did they make it that way so
you can crunch it. Yeah. So basically he's got some float within him. That. Yeah. Let's see.
It didn't
Cassian
feel,
Andor. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it didn't feel, or I thought it was gonna be like stuck to its body.
Like it would just be a hard plastic. Okay. Yeah, it's a little more dynamic than a toy that you might think of. Andre says, I really like the Krennic, but the white outfit was a bit too much, and understand you're thinking, yeah, it just didn't like with the rest of the figures I had on display. He just didn't stand out, I would say.
Is that guy important in the movies?
In Rogue One, he is important, yeah. In the one movie.
I watched that one.
Yeah, you definitely watched it. We went to the theater to see it. Let's see. You want to read this one from Tukathu?
Said, since my wife is very similar to Gigi, I think it's all the same. This is like therapy for me too, except she still says hard no. Gigi, any tips on how to get her to be more, so I was actually just talking to Marco about this. I was like, I don't think, like, good for your wife. Girl, stand your ground, okay? Because I feel like the tax was real. Like, if we didn't have the tax, I feel like we would have, like, more issues. Because I think when Marco first started collecting, like, he was getting them, like, bang, bang, bang. And I was like, that is not okay.
Like, I was getting, like, one a month, right? I started in early 2020, and it started, it escalated quickly, as these things do, right? You always want the next thing. The tax has definitely saved us.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I think I feel like we as significant others don't want to be upset. Whether you guys believe that or not, and so it was just like easier for me. I'm like a pushover because I feel like I am a pushover because, Marco can say what he wants, but he always gets his way. I mean, I didn't want to go on a first date with him. Here we are.
It's not the topic for today.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Maybe have you asked your wife about the tax?
Yeah, I'd love to know like a little bit more about how that works with you guys. And I'd just say, like, as much as you can try to involve her in watching the shows and streams. I know that you probably have them on all the time, like my household. And so I'm interested to know if she, like, watches them with, one eye from the corner of her eye, or how she feels about the personalities and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a tough one. Maybe, yeah, some folks might be a lost cause, but we'll continue to work on them.
Some people are just adults.
There you go.
I'm not. So here we are.
Let's see. Cuervo's making room. Oh, no. Sorry. Who's my favorite character? In terms of all of the hot toys I have, or in terms of character in general, I would say like the original Marvel and DC Trinities, right? So Iron Man, Thor, Cap, and then Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Like, those are probably my favorite characters growing up. Oh, sorry. And I would say Flash would also. There you go. Cuervo's making room for me when I get kicked out.
He is not a good roommate.
Oh, Marco's getting so many disapproving glances. I've seen that look many, many times. Yeah, I hate it. I'm going to have to go back and review the film and just see how many. We'll tally them up. Let's see. Cuervo says, Andrea got Krennic and he looks beautiful next to my Death Trooper. That was the thing. I never got a Death Trooper. So maybe that black and white contrast might have taken it to the next level. That was one thing that I was debating. But I do like to display my figures, kind of by themselves. I'm looking for ways to display multiple, and so I've got a shelf over here you can kind of see. Let's see. I've got the Wakanda Throne, Black Panther, concept art, Cap, but for the most part figures are by themselves. Let's see.
Which I actually like the look of that better than having them like all in one case.
Yeah, for whatever reason, like, they stand out. I know I had a Maji case at one point in time. And it just felt too crammed. Like, I think it works in some people's spaces, but for ours, it just didn't work. And so that's why it went from...
I think. Because I think Mario, I've seen he has it, like, higher.
Yeah, Mario's is beautiful. And he does a good job of not cramming them in. Yeah. He's got good spacing in there. Mark, you want to read this one from Mark?
At this point, I only sell hot toys for friends rather than lose a little money and get screwed by rando people on the paper. Yeah, I think that's... And with this new... PayPal, is it PayPal or no?
I think they're all doing it though. Where you have you get an additional tax burden over $600. Yeah, it makes it less and less appealing to sell to someone that you don't know. So yeah, I'm looking forward. If I sell a figure, it'd probably hopefully be like within the Collecting Weekly community first, and then we'll see if there's any that I have to move on from. Mark, I do sell a local, inspect them, and have very good experiences. So when you sell local Cuervo, do you sell on Mercari or do you do like Craigslist? Is it linked from your OnlyFans? Where do you normally find them? That's one thing doesn't feel like there's a big Hot Toys collecting community over here, but maybe there is, and I just am not aware of it. Kind of do that, Gigi. All my Hot Toys are on display, but I rotate my Lego display. Okay.
Where do you put your Lego display, or are they smaller displays? Because I've seen like big. I think my old bossy and his son would like build some, and so they had like little villages, which I thought was really cool. But are they like more like smaller? Right? That'd be cool. I think I can like small little Lego.
Okay, all right. There's another one that we might get her into. There you go, Takathri. Have you thought about starting her with Legos as well, building a set together? Andre, the problem with my toy exchange is that it's very hard to have an equal trade, and so I tend to sell to buy fewer newer releases or grails to complement the collection. Yeah, that seems like the strategy, really.
And I know that people are all over the board on this, but see, like, Marco's like, oh yeah, something about the scene on a movie, and then when I look at the figure, I get the same feeling. Is that a thing? I just don't.
What did that have to do with the comment?
I just like that. Like, do you buy them? He's saying like, what is considered a holy grail?
I see. Grails can have a lot of different meanings, right? Like, for instance, this Venom, I didn't like the movie, but because I love the Venom character and I like wanted that representation, I'd say having a Venom. This figure hasn't been out long enough to, I guess, be a grail, but I would say like a Venom figure would be a grail in my eyes. One that I went back to get was that Batman versus Superman. Both of these actually.
I don't know what I did.
Because when I started collecting, both of them were sold out already, and so I went back and got the BVS Batman and Superman. Those were grails to me because I love the characters and I enjoy the movie. Actually, I know it's a divisive movie, but let's see you want to read Takathri's comment.
He can't read
too
long
many words,
sentences. In the watch collection community, a rotation of watch exchanges does happen, even with pieces worth tens of thousands of like Rolexes, but you got to be like able to trust them.
Dang, okay, Takathri, we were learning some stuff about you. We realized you were into watches too. All right, get down.
I still can't have time.
Yeah. That's really interesting though. So there is some, in watch parts, I would say would be just as like sensitive and fragile as Hot Toys. So there's a model there. Okay, you're onto something, Gigi.
I'm just here to solve your problems. So.
Let's see. Mark Pearson says, it's funny, my wife and I have attacks also. It's not 1-to-1. It's more like I get a figure and she gets her hair and nails done.
So the thing about that, we always joke that I'm an 80-year-old man. I don't get my hair done, and which Marco has been asking for. Marco is like very high maintenance. Like I am not, and I don't get my nails done because I don't like, they get in my way when they come off, like your nails get really brittle. Like it's just awful. It's an awful experience. I had it once when I was like for junior high, and because all my friends wanted to do it, and I was like, no. I think I've gotten my nails done that time for our wedding, and my friend is actually a nail tech and she wanted to practice on me. Those are the only times I've ever gotten my nails did.
And you have a lot of friends that love getting their nails done too, so
yeah.
Maybe...
I'm a boy at heart.
Gigi is just really frugal though. If it costs a certain amount, she's like, can't do it. Like I've talked about this on the pod, but I would buy her clothes from like Macy's, not like crazy expensive, maybe like $100
$50 sweater.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I could buy this at the Goodwill. And she returned it. It was a gift and she returned it. So I like that though, Mark.
This is a true story.
If Gigi was a little bit more into like material things, I think that would work great. But because I'm at a disadvantage because like I love spending, she's the saver. And so
here's the thing though. I really like coffee. And so I was like, hey, what if I said, I think I know what I want for Christmas. Like the $700 espresso machine. And he was like, $700? And I was like, dude, you are nobody to talk about money.
That's a good point.
And I said, and I was being very generous. I was like, you just pay $200, not even a hot toy. You pay $200 and I'll pay the rest. And he was like, well, I just think you got to think. Oh, so now you got to think. You know what I mean?
Dang, calling me out here. Here I am sweating. Hold on, this is okay.
I'm just saying, that makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Don't talk to me about how to spend my money.
And there's another example too. And so I did fuck up there. Universal Key, thank you so much for watching. Happy wife, happy life. It is true that there are no truer words that have been spoken.
Marco doesn't know that yet, though.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I would say she wants a camera. I don't know if anyone's into photography or cameras. Cuervo, maybe you are. What's the one that you want?
So I want the Canon. I originally wanted the Canon Mark 5D3, but they've moved on and now they have the 4. I went to Best Buy to like feel it out. You know, I have like smaller hands, and so in my hand it was very big, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't like that feel. But
like Venom and like me.
Well, 2 of the 3.
Damn.
But the Canon is what I want. It's like, so you are correct. The reason I want it is like, this is like...
Did you say the model number though?
Yeah. This is the holy grail of like wedding photography cameras. And Marco's like, when are you gonna shoot a wedding? And I was like, you don't know that. I can have a side hustle. You know what I mean? I'm all about businesses.
But because she's frugal and this is like a really high dollar item that she wants, I'm like, get it. But I think our compromise is going to be she'll take pictures of my hot toys with this camera. So I think she'll probably be pulling the trigger here soon.
Are you paying any of that?
Yeah, from our shared account, from all the tax that I pay. What are you talking about?
But I have been wanting this camera for like over 10 years. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
And she does have another camera that we went to a cabin recently. I was like, oh yeah, take your camera so you can, get experience with it and then we'll upgrade you. She's never used this camera and it was a few $100s. Didn't know where the memory card was, didn't know where the battery was, and I was like, okay, well, is the same thing going to happen with this? But you know what, whatever.
Different. It's not the camera I wanted.
Treat yourself. Okay, so Andre says, you guys are hilarious, great chemistry. Marco giving Gigi disapproving side-eye back on the first date comment. Oh, man. Thank you for watching, Andre. Cuervo, not to enable Marco, but I'm eyeing the Prime 1 Batman 1/3 statue. Don't have any statues, and I'm afraid to go down that route. My wife's on the fence, too. All right, well, let us know how that goes, because I think Batman might be one of the guys that would like look perfect in statue form. Again, it would be like size considerations and how that fits into other collectibles that I already plan on getting. But Gigi does not. She is not about that life. She's the fuck you are.
I just think you can enjoy them without having them.
Cuervo, when I come over to stay with you, I will admire your. All right, Tukathu says, like how you guys displayed your figures with a lot of space, more like an art museum, less like a hoarder. That's what I'm shooting for, Tukathu. I really want to, even if I have to take figures, off the display, put them back in the box, keep a rotation. To me, that just feels a little bit more like it just, the figures speak by themselves a bit more. So they stand out a bit more.
Okay, I have a question. When you put it away and bring it back out, does it feel like a brand new figure?
It does. Well, that's kind of the cool thing about, figures in general. Sometimes you'll be looking at it like, I'm kind of bored, and then you'll pose it up and then it will, it'll feel like a brand new figure. Like I'd say that my Iron Man Mark 47, I was kind of getting tired of the way he was, and I, switched out the head, switched out the arms, and now I have like a brand new appreciation for him. So Cuervo says, when I saw local, it's offer up, and I can send you my OnlyFans link. Thank you. Please send that OnlyFans link. Okay, offer up. That's, my dad uses that a lot. He buys bikes and fixes them up and sells, and so he uses offer up and Craigslist all the time, but I'll have to ask him if he ever comes across any hot toys. Okay, let's see. You want to read this one?
I put Lego in glass store cabinet because of the dust and the larger ones on shelves. Okay. I think that looks really cool, actually. Yeah. I don't think it would be any good, but I think it would be fun.
Maybe in the backspace.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Andre says...
Wait, maybe what?
Some Lego stuff back there.
Like display?
Yeah.
No.
We got space. Andre says, it's honestly not the movie that dictates the display for me. Once you have a large display, it's more important that the figures complement each other with colors, etc. Hard to explain. No, that is true.
I get that. I'm going to say, let me take this one.
Yeah, you
I agree. And which is why when Marco went off to get like these one-offs, I was like, what are you doing? Like, this is not in the theme. You know what I mean?
I think you're talking about specifically the Don Corleone, the Damn Toys one.
No, I said this
Vito
way
Corleone.
Before. I think Superman. I didn't like him.
I have Batman. He's world's finest. What are you talking about?
I know.
All right, you fumbled the bag on that one.
No.
You want to read this one from Tukathu?
Although there is such a thing as an emotional grail, I agree. Most pieces are considered a grail if they are highly sought after, expensive, and difficult to obtain.
I completely agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're just going to re-release another one of the same character. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's tough,
I
and
just don't get
that's
that.
the reason
That's the
why
part
you
I
can't.
don't get.
And I would say John from Collecting Weekly, right? Like he gets very upset with the reissues, and because like he collects for a very different reason than I'd say I would, and so I get like it hits him differently when a grail, something that people consider a grail, is reissued.
Yeah.
I'm a newer collector, right? He started collecting when he was a teenager.
Yeah.
Because it's only been a few years for me. It's like, oh, I kind of want them to like reissue the Joker from Dark Knight that I never had a chance to get.
Yeah,
So
but that's my point.
Very different perspectives.
They're just gonna reissue, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, they could,
Just wait.
or it could just
It's
be
just gonna
years.
be better. It's just gonna be better.
I guess you
know
could
what I
kill me before they ever do it. So, Corvo,
Okay.
$50 is not expensive.
Let me explain this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this actually, that is a real story. So Marco, the way that I dress, Marco doesn't really, like, I just like to be comfortable, you know? And I love this, like, Metiche University.
When she
Metiche
likes a
University.
sweater, she will wear it every day.
But hold on. So he bought it for me. He bought it for me for Christmas at Macy's because I was like, he and I do not agree. Like, I think something's cute, and then he doesn't think something's cute. And so he bought me a sweater that he's like, this is a cute. I think he likes more like fitting clothes, and I like baggy stuff. I like, you know, comfort over everything. And so he bought me the sweater, and when I opened it, it was cute, but $50 on a sweater. I mean, this was close, I would say, but it's cute, it's unique, it's, you know. So I saw it. I love thrifting, and so I just spent, like, before I was like addicted, I would go every week, spend like $100, you know, and like not wear and like then redonate the clothes. So I get it, but I was like, I've seen this exact same sweater at the thrift store. Absolutely not, you need to return that. And then I went and then I bought a sweater that looked similar to it. I was like, here you go. It was like $4.99. You know what I mean? Just,
yeah, okay. Well, hey, if I could return
I'm
I could get a hot toy for $4.99 at the thrift store, I would be all over it. Tukathu, just think of the hot toys you can get with that espresso money. Yeah, I mean, we might have to get her an espresso machine. She's got like an espresso, but she wanted the full blown. I think the other problem is our kitchen's very small, so she like wanted a industrial size.
Don't
I was like,
think
where the
about
fuck
the
are we gonna put it?
space. Just
Damn,
get
nailed it. Let's go. Andre,
Just
totally
get
agree with Tukathu. My latest grail was Mint Toys Aliens Hicks figure. Oh, the Aliens, the Predator ones, those are
This
beautiful.
is what this
I'd love
reminds me of.
let's hear.
Like the head looks like a predator head to me.
I'd say like a little bit more like an alien, but I understand what you're saying.
Isn't
like
the predator
tongue.
an alien?
The alien is the one with the long black
Yeah.
head with the
Oh,
tongue.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was
so you
the
are thinking
predator.
alien.
Okay.
Mark said, Gigi, I would like to hire you to counsel my wife. She's only buying $700 coffee machines and shirts for me buying $200+ dolls. Yeah. It's, yeah.
But it's a, you know, we all use it. Like, you would use it, I would use it, you know, it's just like, you know what I mean?
It's true. Same thing with the camera, right? So, Mark, what other expensive stuff does your wife like? Put her on blast.
Yes, tell us. Maybe I'll get some ideas.
You got that, nice. So Cuervo says Canon have amazing cameras.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yes.
And Cuervo, you've got an Instagram where you take pictures of your figures, right? So what equipment do you use? Do you just use your phone, or do you have a dedicated camera for that?
So Marco only thinks about like thinking or researching when it has to do. He's like really good, I must say that. But he was like, well, what about with this? I bought another camera. It was $500 because my sister was taking a photography class, and it was $500. I was like, let me just get the Canon one. And he was like, no, you're gonna let it, like, your sister borrow it. It could get damaged. I was like, dude, I'd rather put this $500 into the expensive camera than just have a camera that I don't want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like me telling you to get a hot toy or a figure that you don't like and just say, this is fine. This is the same. You know what I mean?
It's a good point.
Why didn't you
when
get
you put it that way?
Poison Man instead of...
Damn,
you
don't
know
bring
what I mean?
Poison Man into this.
I'm
It's
just
a good
saying.
point.
I'm just saying. It's not the same.
Yeah, I get that. All right, I see your perspective, and that's one of the reasons why we do this podcast, so we can hopefully find some compromise. All right, so Takathri's talking about a statue he's eyeing. I'm eyeing the quarter scale Wonder Woman museum style statue. I don't know that I'm familiar with that one, but Wonder Woman would actually be like a pretty fire. Is it the J&D that had that really beautiful golden armor with the beautiful head sculpt? Like, that's one that definitely had me ready to risk it all, let's say. Cuervo said, nice to got through. I like the Prime 1 Rebirth Wonder Woman. Okay, so some fire Wonder Woman statues out there. Mark said, wow, Marco, for sure. Marco for sure is a high maintenance one.
Yes.
Let's see. Tukathu said, My wife is listening to the podcast. Out of the corner of my eye, I see her nodding in agreement with Gigi. She asked what podcast this is. This could be the beginning or the end. Takatari, if you guys are comfortable, we'd love to have you on one of these days, and maybe we can talk a little bit more about.
She can tell me how to say no, like more
That's
firmly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Now we just love to hear the different perspectives, right? And there's always different ways to find compromise or not find compromise.
Yeah.
But
Takatari, this is the beginning or the end of this marriage as well. So
that's right.
Everybody's on board.
But there you go. You've got your opening now. She's interested, and she's
don't get too excited. Just let it be. You know what I mean? Don't say anything. Just move on.
Play cool. Dan, let it be cool.
Argo does this all the time.
We are rewatching How I Met Your Mother. I don't know if there are any How I Met Your Mother heads out there, but I realized that show came out in 2005. Oh my gosh, that was a minute ago. Okay, Cuervo. Oh yeah, I just take the pics on my phone, and I'm probably gonna start using my wife's Canon camera. Just been busy to dig it out. Okay, have 2 kids, so time is limited. Oh boy, I can't. That's another perspective we'd love to get from you guys. Like, how do you balance your collecting with like the kids? Do you are the kids able to go into your collecting room?
Are they on high shelves?
Yeah. Like how is that all balanced? Not a problem that we have yet, but might have in the future.
And also, is your wife into photography? Save it for the pod, but
exactly. Let's see, Andre. You want to read this one from Andre?
If there was a fire and you had time to save one figure, which one would you save? The question is for Gigi, though. Okay, so I talked about this in the last episode. I thought I would save his Captain America. Yeah, the concept. You could actually see him right there, right? The concept art, black and silver. Because I'm a Raiders fan, like when I saw that Captain America, I was like, "Ooh, that's fire! I got to get it." And that was my first ever hot toy. Yeah, and so that's what I would. What would you want me to save? Boy, so I can throw it in the fire. Probably BVS Batman, because he's got the custom. He's got the custom cape and everything. That one's probably and I had to buy that one secondary market. I did really get a good deal on it, but it still is one of the more expensive ones I have. So with everything, I will throw that one in the fire first. Yes, okay. Making sure that it cannot be saved. Okay, so Andre was asking Tukathru, you have to join the podcast. Okay, why don't you read it? That would be hilarious, hearing couples arguing about collecting. Yeah, you guys are very welcome to come on. And Andre, send me a message if you're interested in providing a perspective. We love having different folks on it. It's something that we want to start. We just had our first guest appearance recently, and I think the show went really well. So, okay, so Mark, you want to read this one? Shoes and handbags. We went to a wedding a month ago. She bought $100 shoes for the dress. Leaving the church, she said that the shoes look slutty, so before going to the reception, had to buy another $100 pair. Mark, I feel that, all right? Next time you get a hot toy, if the Wonder Woman just say, this toy's too slutty, I got to get another one. That would be something that Marco would say, like, these shoes are too slutty, I got to go get another pair. Like, he would be the one to say that. Sounds like she played your ass, but you know what? As long as you're able to do what you need to do with your collecting. And see, Marco is so, like, he complains. He's like, just get something. I don't like. Actually, I do like handbags from Kate Spade because they're kind of weird, and I'm weird like that. Actually. I don't like the normal ice cream container. Yeah, handbag. I have they're like weird shapes. There's an ice cream container. There's like a bunny thing that has a tail. There's a watermelon. Like, I like weird shit. Clearly. Yeah, you gotta pull me into this. But yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll develop hobbies just to wring you dry. There you go. All right, so let's take this question from Cuervo, and then I think let's rank Venom, and then so we're just a little over the hour mark. Okay, so Cuervo's saying, just got it. Why don't you read this? Okay, my reading skills are being put to the test right now. Did you see what he was like? His face was like. That's the face. That's the face he. That's the face he makes when he gets overwhelmed. So look for that on Pose Wars tonight. It's gonna be embarrassing tonight. So everybody has to take a shot when he does that. Zach and John are going to give me so much shit. I could already tell. Just got to say, I love listening to you guys. Funny and great chemistry. Something new in the community. Having husband and wife podcast. Keep it going. Thank you, Cuervo. That means a lot, man. And really appreciate all the support. And looking forward to having you guys on. Yeah. Okay, so Andre said, I'm in the UK, so hard to catch a podcast live. I also prefer leaving podcasts to the pros, but thanks for the offer. Well, if you change your mind, you're always welcome. I will also say one more plug for the channel. We are on
Spotify and Apple Music. So if that makes it a bit easier for you to listen to, this is our first time doing something live, and we do like the pre-recorded stuff because Gigi's in law school right now, so it's a little bit easier for us to, fit it into our schedule. But we figured we're around this Saturday, let's just throw something on really quick. So no, really appreciate you guys all, coming in today and, giving us all these things to think about. Gigi, how about you rank Venom? How many pancakes would you give it?
I don't like it. Like, I don't know what I gave it before, probably like a 5. I don't like it at all. Like, I don't like the smell.
That's not the question, though.
I know,
How many
I don't.
pancakes?
I'm gonna say like for the tongues and the hands, I'm gonna say a 5. I don't like this one.
Okay, so 5 pancakes. All right.
Hold on.
Oh,
the ass.
hold on.
5.5.
Oh, those cheeks. Okay. All right, so 5.5 pancakes. All right, let's take this comment from Tukathri. My wife finds your proposal intriguing, but it will be after we are finalizing buying our new house and we get settled. Well,
That's
congratulations. That's super,
awesome.
super exciting. Yeah, and well, good luck with the house. Well, not hunt now, the finalization.
That's awesome.
I know that's a very stressful time. So yeah, that sounds good. We will circle back after you're a little more buttoned up with that. But congratulations, and tell your wife congratulations, and
exciting.
Look forward to discussing how new house expenses are fitting in with collecting.
And did you think about your Hot Toys or your collectibles when you were purchasing?
Yeah, there you go. Space to display. Yeah. So Cuervo is saying, sweet. Hopefully when Gigi makes that lawyer money, Mark will be able to get all the Hot Toys he wants. Good luck, Gigi.
Thank you. But the funny thing about that, I work for a nonprofit now, and I feel like I would stay in nonprofit work, so I am not going to be making that lawyer money.
But there is some good money to be made with the type of law that she wants to practice. So maybe we could have a little of both. She could do some pro bono work and make that Hot Toys money for me. And I hope to retire by the time I'm 40. So that's my goal, at least. I know that's not hers. Well, I would say we're a little over time here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Gigi, do you want to take us out?
Bye.